All right, so this
Do you
video
struggle with symptoms like
is gonna be called uh, "Western Women Will Become Servants and Lower Than Dogs." Okay, Western women will become servants and lower than dogs. Okay, I'm so sick of Western women. It's crazy. Um, yeah, these feminist minded women in America and the West, it's gotten out of hand. Men all over America and the West, Western countries, are sick and tired of these feminist minded females, so called women. They claim to be women, but really they're girls, right? Um, they'll take advice from people who aren't smart, right? They'll take advice mainly from other females who are just as dumb as they are, or if not dumber, right? They'll take advice from them and listen to them. Meanwhile, they would not listen to their boyfriends or their husbands. These are the things that Western females do, right? These are the things that Western females do, and men are catching on left and right, and they're leaving these failed individuals in the dust. Okay, they're leaving them in the dust because they woken up and they realize that they're not worth anything, right? Western women will become they will become servants and less than dogs. Dogs will have higher honor than the Western woman or the Western female. Okay, as Western men move on, as Western men move on to Eastern women, East Asian women, right? And uh, it may be rare, but they may also date other non, Western women, but they won't be, they won't be East Asian women, but they'll be non-Western women. But that will be a rare case, like let's say African women, or like a woman, an actual woman. Uh, Not a 304, any of these things that the Western woman has been programmed to pretty much display as normality, right? This is something that the Western woman thinks is normal, to be a 304 and to be proud of it, to be happy that she's doing anything and everything against the man, against masculinity, against the so-called patriarchy and things like that, right? And stuff like this. And so this is why the Western woman, the Western female, will all in all become, right, and already is really, but most definitely in the future will become even more, so much more that it will be absolutely apparent, that they will become servants and lesser than a dog. They're not even going to be able to eat at the table. with Western men. They're not going to be welcome. They're not going to eat at the table with Western men and Eastern women when we eventually come together and set up what was meant for us. Okay? They're not going to be welcome. They're going to be seen as outsiders, right? They're going to be seen as enemies, betrayers, traitors, right? Somebody who is looked down upon, right? With great shame. They're going to have great shame be put upon them, right? Because they're worser than a cockroach. That's that. It don't get no worse than that. How do you get worse than? How are you worser than a cockroach? How do you become worser than a cockroach? You gotta ask the Western female that, right? Because nobody else knows but the Western minded woman. Like I said, you don't have to be from America to be a Western minded woman. There's many women who take the mindsets and thought patterns of Western women and use it to their so called benefit or what they think will be their advantage.
Like trying
Okay?
not to lose your mind when asked a question that you just answered.
Shut up.
Fury when a coworker CCs
Let
your
me
boss.
get this
Or
off
just
here.
not clapping back too aggressively at Janice and Legal. If this sounds like you, try Grammarly. The Grammarly AI writing assistant's rewrite feature can take your original text and adjust your tone, taking it from 1 minute ASMR.
Okay. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, they use these things to their advantage. The non-Western woman would some non-Western women will take Western women's feminist mindset and use this to their advantage against their own men in their own country and wherever they go in the world, right? Because women love to travel. They love to be 304s wherever they go, and they don't think that people don't know this, right? Um, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, man, the smartest men in the West will start dating non-Western women, but mainly East Asian women, women with absolute uh like a pristine nature. You know what I'm saying? A very uh more more like of a pure nature to them. Okay, you know, East Asian women, women who were brought up from East Asian culture. Okay, we're not talking about Western Asian women, Asian women who was brought up in the West. Nah, we're not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I wouldn't even consider them. You know, even though they're Asian women, they have the mindset of a Western woman. They have the mindset of a feminist. They were indoctrinated a lot because a lot of Western Asian women like to go to college and they grow up with the Western woman's mindset. They hang around Western women. They have, you know, this feminist mentality just like other Western women. So it's really no difference. It doesn't even matter if she's Asian or not, or she's you know has the Asian culture still and all that. It doesn't matter. She's been corrupted. She's been corrupted by the feminist woman in the West. So it's not even gonna work with her. That's why we say non-Western because once she has been indoctrinated by the West, by the toxic feminist Western mindset, right? She is corrupt. Okay. And then she also becomes lesser than the dog. Okay. And so what it's really all about is the mindset of the woman. Okay. It's about the mindset of the woman, right? And you're gonna see who she is based off of her mindset, right? If she has a pure mindset, when I say pure, it's not. It hasn't been corrupted by the West, right? She has not been indoctrinated by the wicked feminists of the West. Okay, she hasn't been indoctrinated with that whoredom garbage. All right, you know what I mean? Um, and so you're gonna be able to easily tell because they don't hate men. These types of women don't hate men. They cooperate with men. They look at men. They look men in the eye and not with disdain. They look men in the eye with wonder. You get what I'm saying? Uh, Curiosity. And then they look away because they're a woman still. Women, they don't want to be too attached to a man that they don't know, of course, like anybody. You look, and you wonder, you're curious about a person that may be interesting to you, right? But she doesn't look at a man with hate or disdain. In fact, Western women don't even look at men. They ghost. Men are like ghosts to Western women, right? This is another way you can tell a feminist, right? Because she will treat men like ghosts. She will treat men as if you don't even exist, right? She'll talk to everybody, any and everybody else, but the men in the country. She'll talk to any and everybody else, treat them like human beings, right? But when it comes to the men, she'll ignore your ass. So it's crazy. She will literally ignore you, right? As if you're a ghost. This is what the Western woman does. And then they wonder why men are ghosting them, treating them like they don't exist, right? You Western women better get used to it because you're gonna be a real ghost in the future. You're gonna starting today, starting now, Western women will be ghosts. You're going to be ghosts, and you're going to regret how you treated men in the West. Western men, they're gonna start grabbing up their Eastern wives. They're going to start flaunting them in your face with no remorse, with no sympathy, with no care in the world. They're gonna be cold blooded with it, right? They're gonna take their Eastern wives, their Eastern girlfriends, and flaunt them in your face. They're gonna kiss them, French kiss them in your face. They're gonna tell you, baby, I love you in your face, right? They're not gonna look at you, but they know you're there, but they're not gonna look at you. They're not gonna acknowledge you. They're gonna start up a conversation. Baby, where do you want to go to eat? You know? Uh I heard this movie was playing out in this theater today. You want to go to the movies, or where do you want to go? Start up a real nice conversation. You know, you want to go get some donuts. You know, Maybe you want to go to the mall. Where do you want to go? You know what I mean. A real sweet conversation in the Western woman's face, in her face. This is what men are gonna start doing. They're gonna start flaunting their Eastern girlfriends and Eastern wives while you're sitting there looking stupid, looking disgusting, looking dusty, looking desperate, looking masculine, right? Looking deranged, because that's exactly what you are, right? You're gonna be sitting there alone by yourself or with another feminist, right? Looking like a bunch of fat lesbians, which I don't got nothing against lesbians, but I definitely don't like feminist lesbians. That's for damn sure. Okay? looking like a bunch of nasty, fat, feminist man haters, right? Hating, jealous, envious, madder than I don't know what, right? Because you can't control a man at the end of the day. You can't control actual men. Actual men will start controlling you. That's what women of the West are going to learn. They're going to learn the real hard way that you can't control men. You'll never be able to control men. You'll never be able to control actual men. You can control boys. You can control uh mentally deranged or mentally disabled males, right? Who don't have enough sense to control themselves and to uh be able to have a stable mind, right? You can control those types of guys, okay? But you can't control real men. You can't control actual men. Actual men will put each and every single one of you Western feminists in your place, and you ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. That's what you're gonna find out. That's what you're gonna find out, okay? All right? You're gonna find out that you have no power. You're gonna find out that it was men all along that empowered you, that empowered your movement. If all the feminists in the world came together, you would still be powerless. If men didn't give you any attention, you would be absolutely powerless, and that's what you're going to become. The Western woman is going to be absolutely powerless, and you're going to wish you never started feminism. You're going to wish your grandmothers never started feminism. All right? You're going to start praying to God. It's going to be so bad for you, you're going to start praying to God and wishing that you didn't even exist. You're going to wish that you never existed on earth. It's going to be so bad that you're going to wish that you didn't do what you did. You're going to start resenting Western women as well. You're going to start resenting other Western women. You're going to start hating them just as much as you hate yourself. You're going to start going crazy, right? You're going to start losing your minds, okay? Everything that I'm saying is going to be true. By 2030, more than 50% of women worldwide are going to become single and manless, marriageless. They're going to become leftover women all over the world, not just in China. All over the world, Western feminists will become they will become leftover women. Okay? And useless women. Leftover women, useless women, it's the same thing. Once you become useless, you have no use in society or with men. Nobody cares about you. That's the honest truth. All right. And so let's get back to what I was saying about how men see men, you don't see, I don't think you understand this about men. I don't think you understand how much power that men actually handed over to you. But really, all in all, it was his power to begin with. I don't think women really understand how you have absolutely no power, really, from when it comes to real men versus you. Okay, uh, if men just went cold on you, right? You're actually gonna see how terrible men can actually be. See, this proves right here that men actually love women. This proves right here, because if men really went cold on you and just turned into a complete mental savage, women from the West will be committing suicide left and right. I don't, like I said, I don't condone all of those things at all, right? But I'm just telling the truth. If men were cold, if men just went complete cold on women from the West completely, women from the West would have two options: to go crazy or to just off themselves, right? Or go turn to the LGBT community. Okay? Those are pretty much the only options that they would have, right? Which aren't very good options. I don't got nothing against the LGBT community. That if that's your thing, do what you do. But I'm saying those are the only options that they would have. And it would be absolutely miserable. Because you know why? Because they wouldn't get any male attention. Women need male attention. And if no males were giving you attention, you're literally nothing. You're nothing at all. Okay? And it's going to actually come to a point. It's going to get that bad where you're not going to get any male attention at all. Right? And so a lot of women are going to actually do this. It's going to get so miserable for them. It's going to get so bad for them that they want to take themselves off the planet. Right? Or they're just going to go into a deep, deep, deep state of depression. And it's going to be so bad, they might as well not even be on the planet. You get what I'm saying? And this is what women cause themselves, right? Because not only are Western men going to start dating Eastern women,
Cookie Run
the
Tower Adventures is officially available on both mobile and PC with Google Play Games.
the AI, artificial womb technology is coming, as well as fembots, right? So he's going to have the Western man is going to have multiple options. He's going to have the options of to be with Eastern women, right? The most beautiful women on the planet. And then he's also going to have the option to be or to start up a friendship / relationship with his fembot, right? Because technology is advancing every single year, and the artificial technology and robotics is becoming more and more advanced every single year, right? It's crazy. We already see the technology. We already know what it's capable of. Okay? And so just imagine by 2030 and on where it's going to be at. Okay? And so this is what the Western man has to look forward to. But the Western woman, you're out of luck. You're out of luck and you did it to yourself. Because what if men actually lost empathy and kindness and, you know what I'm saying, the meekness that they actually had towards Western women? What if that went out the window? What if men just went cold on you? Completely. With no remorse, no empathy, no feelings at all. Treated you like you treated the men. What if men actually did that to you? You wouldn't be able to survive that. I promise you. That's what's going to actually happen, though. Right? And you're going to see, and you're going to wish that you never, ever came for men like you did. You hear what I'm saying? You're going to wish you never did it. Right? But it's going to be too late. Right? You're not even going to be able to eat at the table. You're not even going to be a dog at the table. Dogs got more rights than the Western woman. That's the reality of the situation. Dogs are going to have more rights than the Western woman. Men do not like Western women at all. Nobody that likes you. Not even non-Western men like you. When you go to their country, they treat you like garbage. That's the honest truth. Right? They're going to see you for who you actually are, and then you're going to get treated the way that you need to be treated. Okay? Um, you see what I'm saying? Even if, like I said, even if Western women try to go to other countries and try to escape the wrath of the Western man and the Eastern woman, they're not going to be able to escape it. Their fate is sealed. Okay? Karma is right behind you. Wherever you go, that's where karma's gonna be. Okay? And it ain't gonna be good karma. It's gonna be the worst karma. Alright? Um, and you
Family
know
doesn't
who
just
you
help you
are.
with polishing your emails.
This isn't for every Western woman, of course, but I would say the majority of Western women they have really bad karma, okay? Because they follow the wrong crowd and they thought it was okay and they thought that they wasn't gonna have to pay for this. They thought they weren't gonna have to pay for it. But nothing in this life is free. Nothing in this life is guaranteed. You get what I'm saying? So if you think you got this man this day, you don't got that man the next day. Nothing is guaranteed. Not for the Western feminists. All right? Especially not for you. But in reality, nothing in life is really guaranteed for anybody. So why does the Western woman think that everything is guaranteed for her? Because she's living in delusion. She's not living in reality. It's false. It's fake. She's mad, right? She lost her mind. She lost the sense of reality. She lost her sense of reality, right? And she's very delusional, extremely delusional. Okay? And so she's gonna have to face this. This is her new reality. While the Western man, his new reality is abundance, success, love, care, freedom, advancement of technology, uh mental mental growth, you know, physicality, you know, uh athleticism, all that, all of those things, growing yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually, right? Everything is going to increase in great abundance for Western men. You have no idea how powerful your future is. Men from the West, hold your heads high because your future is great, right? But I can't say that for the Western woman. The Western woman is going to kneel before you like the less than the dog that she is, okay? And have no mercy for her. Absolutely no mercy. Like she had no mercy for you. She thought that you was a coward. The Western woman, right? And her uh goons thought you was a coward. They thought that you didn't have no heart. They thought that you was a sucker. They thought that you was ballless, like you ain't had no balls. Nah, you just knew how to hold it in. You knew how to hold your wrath in until it was time to let it loose on their ass. You see what I'm saying? You knew how to hold it in. You knew how to endure. You knew how to do all these things until it was the time was right. You get what I'm saying? And the time to unleash on them is right now. This is the time. This is the time to let them have it. You know what I'm saying? Let them have it verbally. Let them have it mentally. Just like they let you have it verbally and mentally. Let them have it now. It's their turn. You see what I'm saying? Let them go through their hell. Now it's their time. They're about to catch hell. Right? Just like you had to go through hell, now they gotta go through hell. You're the devil this time. They was the devil that time. Now you're the devil. And now they gotta go through your hellfire. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is with that. You know, and I hope you get some out of this. You know, both Western men and Western women and anybody else, Eastern women, because the future for the Western man and the Eastern woman is great. It's grand. We're gonna be living absolute luxury.
Do you have
Okay,
an amazing business idea?
we're gonna be living absolute abundant lives with each other, right? And we're gonna throw it in the Western woman's face. We're gonna throw it in the Western woman's face, and we're gonna throw it in the Western male feminist face. All right. So with that, I hope you like it, share it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I love to hear your comments. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. All right, bye.